Today we're starting a new series of Look Bad. Done too many good games on this channel. Need to carve some bad ones, explore the range of critiquing. This isn't to explicitly laugh at bad games, but to learn what went wrong. And to start the series off, my fortunately limited experience with bad games, I'd say probably one of the worst was Evolve. Evolve is a poor asymmetric multiplayer game. Although admittedly one of the first to go really big. Definitely suffered from not having other reference to learn from. The shooting has a really stiff feel to it. It's the targets you're shooting at are going to be big monsters, so you don't need to be too precise. But at the same time, a bad feel is a bad feel. It's not just about hitting the target or not. The movement feels sluggish. There's something about the run speed and the walking around. The jetpacks seem to always, almost but not quite, get you to the top of whatever cliff you're trying to get to. They could use like a little bit more power to them. The hunter abilities and dome mechanic were alright. Playing as a monster against players had an alright feel for it. But most of the time, between bouts with the player, you were just sort of fighting easy to kill NPC monsters to basically gather resources, and that wasn't particularly too fun. The level design was also alright. What it comes down to it, I think the main problem with this game was the balance. I know that the microtransactions were also pretty bad and a bit over the top, and something like $200 to get everything. But the balance, fundamentally ruined the gameplay for me, so there's not even a game worth getting microtransactions for. As I said earlier, there wasn't as much reference for balance, but that doesn't change how overpowered the monsters were, especially the Wraith. There was like this time where like a guy beat the hunters and as a Wraith, and before he even evolved the monster to stage 2, and it was just to stage 1. He just sort of taunted the team after the match because he knew how broken the game was. In terms of story, it's there for a character and world development. It was pretty limited and was alright. Nothing to write home about. In terms of aesthetics, the futuristic stuff was alright, but when it came to the environment, there's like so much use of like dark colors that it came together and made the world feel miserable in like the worst, in a bad way. You can do like a sort of like a good version of that in like Bloodborne, but this just didn't give you any sort of joy. Overall, this game was disappointing and played badly, and I'm giving it a 4.52. This is more my bar on low for bad games, but even this game, it's still playable. It's not fun, but it's still held together and it's not offensive. Anyway, so that's about it. Check out my playlist. A lot of good videos in there. Thank you to anyone who likes, comments, or subscribes.